What's up, guys? It's me Boxing, and I just finished up watching Caleb Plant versus Caleb Truax, which is a 12-rounder for the IBF super-middleweight world championship. And this fight was Saturday, January 30th in the Shrine Exposition Center in Los Angeles, California. And this fight was broadcasted on Fox. And in this fight, it showed the sheer power, speed, and endurance of Caleb Plant, as he was able to get the dominant unanimous decision win over Caleb Truax to retain his IBF super-middleweight crown. And I personally scored the fight 120-108 in favor of Caleb Plant, agreeing with all three of the judges, as he did pitch a shutout. Caleb Plant did get hit by some decent shots from Truax. Truax landed a very nice overhand right, and he was catching Caleb Plant with some decent shots, but overall the punch stats were like 180 landed for Plant to like 30 landed for Caleb Truax. I mean, there was a huge discrepancy between punches landed from both men. And Caleb Truax, I mean, he's 37, nearing the end of his career, and in my opinion, I thought the fight should have been a stoppage win for Caleb Plant easily. There's definitely a huge problem that Caleb Plant did not get that stoppage, and in my opinion, it was not an impressive performance, even though he showed speed, he showed that he had good defense. I mean, he's still fighting a past prime, late 30s former champion who hasn't had a good win in years, or let alone a good fight. So, I mean, I wouldn't say this is a very impressive performance. I know he did call out Canelo, after the fight in the post-fight interview. He had to talk about how if Canelo's in his way, he will get past him. If you bring him up, he'll knock him down. But I just don't see that happening. Personally, I think Canelo dominates him just based on this performance. I mean, Canelo will pick him apart, batter him to the body, break him down, and get a stoppage win. I mean, it looks like that. Or just a wide unanimous decision win, like he did against Callum Smith. But what is next for Caleb Plant after this unimpressive performance? In my opinion, I'm sure I would like to hear you guys' opinion in the comments about Caleb Plant's victory tonight. But what's next for him? In my opinion, I think he should be fighting better competition. I think he should be fighting Benavidez next, even though Benavidez doesn't have that WBC title. Still, that's an excellent fight. And I'm not really too sure what's in the IBF rankings at the super middleweight division. I'm not really too sure who's highly ranked there, who's even ranked in the top 15. I don't really follow the ranking systems too much. I mostly check heavyweight or middleweight around there, the main divisions, I guess you could say. But yeah, the fights we want to see are obviously the Benavidez, the Canelo, the Billy Joe Saunders, or even like a Charlo move up in weight fight or an Andrade fight, stuff like that. But the fights that we're most likely going to see are a Benavidez fight or Canelo in 2022, if not the end of 2021. But most likely, I would say what's next is obviously David Benavidez, and I think Benavidez does beat him pretty handily, pretty convincingly. I mean, Truax was landing some decent shots, but if it was Benavidez with his power, I mean, they would have definitely done a lot of damage. And being that Truax isn't really an effective pressure fighter, and Benavidez is, and it really showed it here, Truax did, and I got to give all the props to Truax, a very old fighter fighting a young, hungry lion, went the full 12. And in my opinion, even though he got outlanded by nearly 150 shots, I think he did well, especially for his age. But Benavidez, I think, beats him. Or even other super middleweights in the PBC stable. There's David Morrell Jr. I think David Morrell Jr. would fare well against Caleb Plant. I think he might be able to beat Caleb Plant, even though he's only 4-0 and really hasn't fought anyone too spectacular. But a Canelo fight will likely happen at the end of 2021, as I said before, being that Billy Joe Saunders announced that he's going to be most likely fighting Canelo in May if he's able to get past Avni Yildirim without any injuries, and he'll likely stop Yildirim in the mid to early rounds of the fight. So overall, Caleb Plant gets a unanimous decision win over Caleb Truax to keep his unbeaten record and to defend the IBF title. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.